Check in with our man, Dave Gilpin. He is with Veterans Memorial High School out of Mission, joining us here at the Huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. Coach, good morning.
Good morning, Tony.
We thought about getting you on early, and we said, wow, who are the guys that we can get on, during the 8 o'clock hours? They're used to being up, and it was like Gilpin. He's up early all the time.
Yeah, the funny thing is when Jake asked me last night, that was my first question, what time? Because I was looking forward to sleeping in this morning. All week long, we've got a 5 o'clock wake-up call there with my alarm, and so all week long I talk about, boy, I can't wait till Saturday to sleep. Boy, I can't wait till tomorrow to sleep. And here I am sitting on the back porch talking to you, Tony. So it's 8:15 wasn't too bad.
No, it's not. Compared to 5 o'clock, I'll take 8:15 anytime.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't say 5. I might have had to decline, and I hate to do that. You guys are great guys.
We appreciate it, Coach. Tell us about how the practice is coming along with the boys.
I'll tell you what, everything's going really, really well right now. We've had a great off season. I've said this time and time again, Tony. If our quarterback last year, Adrian Morales, does not get hurt, we're in the playoffs for the third consecutive year. This program's continuing to rise, continuing to put itself on the map. When Adrian went down, we still felt we were going to get there, but we had so many other injuries and so many things that happened to us last year with sickness, and we just weren't able to, and that's on me. That's my job to not allow that type of thing to fall apart no matter what. But, so we feel like we're still a very, very good program, and the spring, the off season, all of it, has got us real excited about getting back out there and erasing that 2-8 mark that we left out there last year.
I'm sure that won't be a problem the way you guys have been working out so far, and the combination of the early morning practice and still being able to hit the weights in the film room in the afternoon. I think that's a smart move on your part.
Tony, I'm just sold on it. I believe in it. That's the way when I got hired, I'm going into my 4th year. That's the way I put our program into place, and we can't do it for an entire season, Tony. It wears you out. It does. We're tired, but for a 3-week period, compared to the afternoon heat, to get out there in the mornings, and they're really beautiful mornings. There's no doubt. I just feel it's the way to go. It's my philosophy. It's my belief. So that's the way we're going to do it with our program. And it's worked out very, very well for us.
Was that something that was instilled in you as, at a previous position, and you said, hey, I kind of like this idea? Or is this one that you just said, you know what? I think I need to get up at 5 and have my guys working out as well?
No, well, as coaches, we do steal a lot from other things, and we learn from, I've worked under many experienced coaches and great coaches, but no, this was one that I just felt was the way to go for us. And no, it's not because I like getting up at 5 o'clock. I just, I feel like it's worked well for us, and it's something that we'll continue to stick with.
It makes the guys appreciate an afternoon nap more than they've ever done before in their life.
Well, it makes them appreciate it when they walk out to their cars or they go home and it's 90-something degrees, and the fact that they're not out there. It's like I said, by 8:15 in the morning, we've gotten our work in. We're done. The physical part for these kids is over with. They're going to go to school and work on their academics, and then we're going to come in and get a lift or get in the film room. But the hard physical part is already over and done with before a lot of people that are running late to school are even there.
So that's the motto for the T-shirt, Patriot Football. We do more before 8:15 than you do all day.
Hey, it's a nice motto. I'm not going to put that on there. As a matter of fact, the motto we're looking at this year is, like I said, it's stolen. It's one that we hear all the time. There's no excuses. Our philosophy, our belief this year is that with the way things went last year, I don't think we did a good enough job recovering from the shock of losing Adrian, and then from just the number of injuries, the sheer number of injuries that just hit us, where we're playing 4th, 5th string players at a lot of positions last year. And, basically we're saying no excuses. If it happens to us again, which it could, we're going to win anyway. And that's so I kind of like that motto a little better than yours, though.
I'll take it. I'll ride with that. Plus, if I got a 2XL shirt, it won't be an issue to fit my motto on there. But
hey, you come on over. We'll get you a 2XL shirt that says Patriot Football without a doubt.
It'll be a done deal. Coach, tell us how you prevent guys from getting hurt, like Adrian Morales. What are you going to do differently that you're going to say, hey, this is a guy that, we need to not work as much or realize when he's reached his limit? And will you have guys prepared to step in? It seems like this year, as many guys as you had prepared to step in, they would also get bit by the bug.
Right, and that's exactly what happened, Tony. And you say, are we taking any steps, any different steps? I mean, you look at the quarterback position, Tony, and the answer is no. There's nothing else we can do. We don't hit our quarterbacks in practice. Our quarterbacks get hit however many games we play. You know, we're going to have a scrimmage. We're going to play 10 football games that the state gives us, and however many football playoff games we can get. And those are the only times our quarterback is going to hit. So we're going to take every precaution we can in that way. But you know, there's nothing you can do about an injury that happens on the field. You know, we teach them not to stand around. That's when you get hurt, and, you know, that's something every coach says. But, you know, other than that, I mean, we just got to go out and play as hard as we can. And, you know, if those types of things happen, Tony, they happen. And like you said, you know, we're trying to develop depth. We've got a bunch of young quarterbacks at our group. You know, we've got one guy that started 3 games last year in Santos Villarreal, our returning guy. And then we've got some other young quarterbacks that we feel are going to provide us that depth, which we definitely ran through last year.
Who's your front runner, shall we say?
Santos Villarreal, he played 3 games for us last year. He started 3 games, Tony, and did a real good job. He led us to a victory against Hidalgo, you know, to get us off to a good start in the district. That was the game after Adrian went down. And then he got injured in that game, set out a couple. And then we came into the Mercedes game, and he comes back from the Mercedes game at 16-10. Those guys are ahead of us. We're at midfield in the third quarter, so we're obviously right in the ball game. Santos got injured again there, and we ended up losing that game. I want to say 33-16, 33-17, something along those lines. And so he was out for another extended period of time. He did come back for the Ed Couch game, which got away from us early, and we didn't play well, and I didn't have the team ready to play. And you know, he got injured again there. So he started 3 games, did not finish any 3, but he's had a great off season in the weight room. He's had a great off season with everything that he's doing. He's bigger, he's stronger, and we're looking for him to stay healthy all year long. We do have some depth. We've had a transfer move in from Sharyland that's doing a real good job. We've got some guys from our young group, our freshman group. We've got a group of 5 guys, and the oldest one's a sophomore. And so we feel good about not only the position, but the longevity of the position. We've got guys there that are going to be in our program for a while.
So you got 5 guys. Obviously, one's going to be your starter. The other 4 are just going to kind of meander around, or are you just going to –
That's a good question because –
you hold the clipboard, you hold my Gatorade, you hold –
Well, yeah, the backup quarterback is, and I say this all the time, Tony, is the toughest position because there's a good chance you're not going to get to play unless the quarterback gets hurt or, you know, we're struggling severely or we're winning by a huge margin. Now, with those guys, that will be our varsity and our JV quarterback. So 3 of those guys will be dressing up on Friday night, and 2 of them will dress up on Thursdays for our JV games. So they're all going to get some action, but, you know, it's like anything else, Tony, in this world. You know, the best players are going to play the most, and that's the way it always has been and the way it always will be. We'd love to get everybody on the field and let everybody, you know, wave at mommy and daddy and let the cheerleaders cheer for them. But on Friday night, you know, we've got to play the kids to give everybody the best chance to win, and we'll do so. If we can get them in the game, we're going to do it. But you know, the win has to come first.
Hey, I was the junior high 3rd string quarterback. I knew all about charting plays and writing down how many yards we got. But yeah, man, needless to say, only if we were up by 40 some odd did I see the field. So. I decided to focus my attention into broadcasting after that one.
There you go. See, now you're the starter, so that's good, man. You made a good decision.
Coach, we appreciate the time. Have a good offseason, and we look forward to catching up again soon.
You bet, man. I hope next time we're talking to you, it's about the success of our program and what we're doing, and I can't wait to get up and talk to you. So y'all have a great day, Jake and Tony, and thank y'all for having me on.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks so much.
All right, babe.
Head coach Dave Gilpin of the Veterans Memorial High School Patriots joining us here in the huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. You know, he talks about talking next time we have him on, we're going to talk about the success of the program. With him at the top, it's already a successful program. The guy's got his plan laid out. He's got his guys motivated. They're giving him all that they have, and he's benefiting from it, you know, with the success that he's looking for. So
he was always real proactive. I remember when he got the job, you know, I had been doing the website for a couple years. I didn't think he knew who I was. I walk up there.
Everybody knows you, Jake Barry.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I walk up and he's like, "Hey, how are you?" And he starts like, real open, real nice guy. And he's always been, very open. I mean, how many coaches do you know that would actually answer that question?
No, we didn't get any coach speak at all.
Yeah, about who's the front runner.
Yeah.
Oh, well, everybody's got a chance. Well, yeah, everybody has a chance, but who's your guy? He just comes out and says it.
Right.
I like that. You always get the coaches that, oh, well, we're going to give everybody a chance, and it sounds great for the parents, but coaches know. Coaches know. I mean, they already have it. If everything works out, he's the guy.
They have it all laid out.
The coaches knew the year before. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
They have already had that guy locked in almost. You kind of watch. These guys around here go to the junior high games, and they'll see, okay, this guy's coming up. This is going to be the dude. They don't. But I like how he is a straight shooter like that, because if you play for him and he just tells you, right now you're going to be the starter, and you can focus on that more than just, I'm competing with these other 4 guys. Am I going to be the one? So
I agree. I agree. And the fact that he's a straight shooter, and when he says, "Hey, you're going to be the starter," or "Hey, you're dropping the ball, you need to step up your game," you know that it's clear cut, and this is what we got to do to step up the situation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. We're going to pause for conference. We'll come back. Head coach Spencer Gett of the San Bernardino Greyhounds going to join us here in the huddle. 840 Fox Sports Radio.